And, if your friends aren't here yet, give them a text and tell them you want to come down and see this great band, because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to turn it over to the K-Cats here in just a moment. I want to give a special shout out and thanks to some of our sponsors, and we ask that you, let them know we appreciate them helping to put on these events. So enjoy the evening, and Raucous Ragtime Review K-Cats, take it away.
Well, all right, this is going to be great fun, y'all, tonight. And thanks for inviting us down. Thanks to the Fairhaven Association and everybody involved in this and all the volunteers, and especially Max, who's running the sound tonight. So can we start with a round of applause for Max? Get him going right. Our first song is a Tin Pan Alley song that is by the famous American composer Irving Berlin. It was released in 1911, and you'll find that we have adapted it slightly for modern K-Cat times. This is called the Davenport Blues. It is a number composed by Vic Beiderbecke, and he recorded by him with his Rhythm Jugglers in 1929.
And this next song we're going to do is we'll slow things down just a little bit for the blue skies that we are blessed with every day this week and next week, and with little cool mornings. I'm kind of liking that fall feeling in the air. But here's the blue skies. Quite ready? And my name's Karen Renko. Thank you very much.
Now this next song is called Buddy's Habit, and we don't really know what kind of habit Buddy was in or anything. It's just been too long. But it was first recorded in October of 1923 by a very famous band at the time called King Oliver's Jazz Band. And whatever Buddy's habit was, here's how it went. This next number was written about me, oddly enough, and it was written in 1929. And so how they knew that about me, I don't know. It's a classic stride jazz early swing song by the legendary Fats Waller, featured in the Broadway musical comedy play, and that's the comedy part that it's written about me, called Connie's Hot Chocolates, but it's called Ain't Misbehavin'.
For all of you who stay home listening to the radio. All by myself, no one to walk with, but I'm happy on a show. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Yeah, you. I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just meet me in my radio. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for, baby. I know for certain the one I love, I'm through with flirting, it's you that I'm dreaming of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you.
So the original Dixieland Jazz Band in 1917, which is a long time ago, more than 100 of those years ago, first recorded this. It's called At the Jazz Band Ball. It was really a classic. It's been recorded by any number of people. And it's what's called the standard of the genre. So anybody who can spell genre, you'll be glad to know that.
about that song is that you're sitting at this dance and you want to ask the girl way across the way for a dance, and they just take your time, and then pretty soon you're jitterbugging or whatever the dance of the day was. Savoy Blues. One of these obscure songs that nobody knows much about, but we like it.
I don't even know what a Savoy is, to be honest. It's some kind of salad.
Probably the
I
name
think.
of a town or something.
The cheese, they say, it's a cheese, yeah.
Oh, it was a place. Okay, that's right. Going down to the Savoy. Okay, there we go. It was a place, like the Fairhaven Green.
It must have been blue because that's what they call the Savoy Blues. So it tells us all we need to know.
There you go. You can make up your own story with this one. Here you go. Okay, so there's a little bit of story about this one, and I just had to get my set list. I do know what song's next, but I do not know how to shimmy. I never could do it. Somebody in junior high, my girlfriend tried to teach me and I couldn't do it. But now if I sit in my chair, I can swivel, but I can't shimmy. So this song's for all of those who can. and who someday wish you could.
And let me jump in to say it has all kinds of intrigue about it too. Although it was credited as being written by one guy named Armand Iron in 1922, Louis Armstrong, the old Satchmo, claimed that he wrote it and that he'd sold it for $10 and that he'd never gotten his $10. And another part, it's this lady named Kate that couldn't shimmy. Well, Kate, it turns out, is who is being truly able to shimmy, was a brothel madam named Katie Townsend. She was murdered by a jilted lover on November 1st of 1883, and her luxurious brothel on Basin Street was the first of a number of upmarket brothels that street became famous for. So that's the background, and maybe it's best that you don't know how to shimmy is all.
Probably I don't want to be murdered here. I like the idea of an upmarket place to play.
This is going to be sung for you by Karen Renko, true leader of the K-Cats.
Sister Kate, she shivers like a jelly on the plate. My mama asked me late last night, she said, why all the boys treating Kate so nice? All the boys in the neighborhood knows she can shimmy and it's understood. I know I'm late, but I'll be up to date if I can shimmy like my sister Kate. Oh yeah, shimmy like my sister Kate.
Well, we have one more before we have a true treat for you, and the treat just shrugged her shoulders out there in the audience, so that was good. We have the lovely Rita Kraft is going to be giving us what fidgety feet do after this song. But right now we have one more.
That's right. We have Dr. Jazz for all those people who watch too much TV, and for every ailment that you could possibly have, you take a pill. But this is not the kind of Dr. Jazz. We like jazz when we need a doctor. So here we go. Everybody gets the blues now and then and don't know what to do. I've had it happen many times, and so have you. But those days are gone and past. I found out what to do at last. When I feel all down and out, you can hear me shout, oh, hello, Central, give me Dr. Jazz. He's got what I need, oh, yes, he has. When the day goes wrong and I've got the blues, he's the man who makes me get out of my dancing shoes. The more I get, the more I want it saved. I picked old Dr. Jazz in all my dreams. When I'm troubled, bound and mixed, he's the guy who gets me fixed. Hello, Central, give me Dr. Hello, Central, give me Dr. Jazz. He's got what I need, oh yes he has. When the world goes wrong and I've got those blues, he's the man who makes me get out of my dancing shoes. The more I get, the more I want to see. I played old Dr. Jazz in all my dreams. When I'm troubled, bound and mixed, he's the guy who gets me fixed. Hello, Central, give me Dr. Jazz. We've got some wonderful dancers, and I've seen you perform. You're amazing. You can catch him at the Circus Guild, at the Fairhaven Bellingham Circus Guild. Okay, Next up, we have a very special guest who's going to do some fidgety feet for us. This is Rita Kraft, and you can catch her sometimes on the Ruckus Rendezvous. I forget what you guys are called. Anyway, she has a duo that she does. She's also a wonderful, talented mandolin player. She's amazing tap dancer, and so here we are. Oh yeah, got a few bubbles.
Any more bubble solution? No, that's it.
We got a few bubbles. It'll be wonderful. Do we need a mic? There we go. Yeah. Be flat.
Are we ready? So watch these fidgety feet out there when they get going. I'm telling you, she's got them.
you, Rita. Half tap dancing stage will travel. Okay, we're gonna slow things down a tiny bit for all you romantics out here. And those of you who love springtime and walking in the meadow and listening to the birds, all that fun stuff.
Hey, Max, I'll be on brushes with you, so you may have to check that out. Yeah, the bubble machine is less than excited.
Pitching a few bubbles here.
You get the intro, so.
Have you anything to say to me? Can you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylark, have you seen a meadow green with spring where my heart can go a journeying over the shadows of the rain to a blossom-covered lane? And in the lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? A wonderful music, faint as a will-o'-the-wisp, crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy, serenading the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see him anywhere, would you lead me there? Crazy as a loon, sad as a gypsy, serenading the moon. Oh, Skylark, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you lead them anywhere, lead me there.
Sacramento. And as you heard, that song has a lot of kind of longing in the lyrics. And the music was written by the wonderful Hoagie Carmichael. And he wrote the music, and the lyrics were written by Johnny Mercer. And the longing in that song came from the fact that Johnny Mercer had had an affair with Judy Garland, but she was for him no longer available. So that was the song. This next one is also one that was really a kind of a hallmark of its time. The lyrics were written in 1929, a very big year in the United States, in that was when the Depression started. And it was recorded by Bessie Smith. And it's the lyrics, and the song is called "Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out." And the point of view is somebody who was once wealthy during the Prohibition era, and then they reflect upon the fleeting nature of material wealth and the friendships that come and go as the money comes and goes. It's a kind of a cautionary tale about the fickle nature of fortune and its attendant relationships, that's for sure. So think of those times, and those are nothing like our times now, really, honest. I'm pretty sure.
Once I lived a life of a millionaire, spending all my money like I didn't care, taking my friends out for a good time, oh, buying champagne, gin and wine. But just as soon as my dough got low, I couldn't find a friend or a place to go. If I ever get my hands on $1 again, well, I'm gonna squeeze and squeeze till that eagle grins, 'cause nobody knows you when you're down and out. In your pocket, not a penny, and your friends, well, you ain't got any. But just as soon as you're back on your feet again, everybody's your long lost friend. It's mighty strange, without a doubt. Nobody knows you when you're down and out. I say, nobody knows you when you're down and out. favorite songs.
We want to let everybody know that, since that you sometimes have to rub your fingers together without that dollar in the middle, we'll be playing next Saturday night, same time, 6:30 actually, we'll be starting up at the Firehouse. It's right up the street, three blocks. It's admission by donation. Tell all your friends. We're trying to make this accessible to everybody, kids especially. And so we hope to see you and your friends come out then too at the Firehouse next Saturday, the 29th, 6:30. And if you can't handle that, we'll be at the Alger Farmers Market, Alger Sunday Market, I guess they call it, in lovely downtown Alger, exit 240, about 15 miles from here, on Sunday, starting about noon, and we'll play till in the ballpark of 2 o'clock.
So bring your dancing shoes if you like, or your friends to dance with, and work up an appetite and get your fresh produce at the Sunday market. There you go. New Orleans Bump. This is another Jelly Roll Morton, who was, you may, what's the name of that movie they did? Anyway, it features him. I can't think of 1910, I forget the name of the movie. Anyway, and his orchestra, 1929. Here we go. Okay, so now there's a little bit of history on this next one. You may recognize it, but it was written in 1926, so I don't imagine any of you recognize it from that era. And it was a Louis Armstrong, Hot Five. And then in the 50s, the Andrews Sisters came along and made it famous, called about the Ramblin' Scramblin' Muskrat song, Going 1 and 2, come on, join the happy throng. Feel the beat of that shuffling muskrat song. Anyway, messing up the words back in the Andrews Sisters. But then, it was all about taking a train downtown and dancing. And then the 60s, the lyrics were altered along with the whole verses that the Andrews Sisters had done. And Country Joe and the Fish changed it up and said, 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop, Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7, open up the pearly gates. Well, there ain't no time to wonder why. Whoopee, we're all gonna die. So you may recognize it from that. This is a nice little arrangement by Scott Sproxton called Muskrat Ramble. Here we go. dancing for us, and Cindy Luna on trumpet, and Caroline Mayer on clarinet. Yeah, sorry, we have Emma Rodrosovich, yes, and on second trumpet, and I've got Mike Marlin here on banjo, yay, banjo, and Stephen Woods on guitar, yay, rock and roll, there we go, a little modern, a little old, we're all mixed up, and Ranger Kid Will Ross is here on our drums, and he has a special feature towards the end of our show, not too far off, and Bob Shimmick on stand-up bass, yay, boom, 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 and Steve Cook on tuba. You may see him in other various bands around here. We're happy to have you with us today and next weekend. So this is the same,
and we
almost
just learned the same. We just learned the date on his tuba, right? What's the date
What's
on
the
that?
date on your tuba?
1898. His tuba was made before most of the songs you've heard tonight. In fact, all of the songs tonight that you've heard. All these were done after that tuba was made. So
There you go. It's all because of the tuba. That's right. Can't have enough tuba, right? All right. Well, whenever you're lonesome, pick up the phone. Here we go. This also features Caroline on the clarinet and Rob on the clarinet. Anyway, and a cool vocal thing, and the trumpet thing. Yeah, features everybody. Yes. To make you cry, you were right to say goodbye. Maybe you'll miss me as much as I miss you. Maybe you won't, but if you do, whenever you're lonesome, just telephone me. When you're on your own, company. You'll need someone to hum you. Hush-a-bye, don't you cry, melody. The world may divide us from Frisco to Maine, but I'd walk miles for your smile once again. Your Here's another Bix Biterby and his gang in 1927 Jazz Me Blues. Featuring our tuba player and our bass player and everybody.
I'm gonna play too.
And I'm Ranger and yeah, all you guys.
Stefan and Cindy gets to play and everybody.
It's just a joy to have these guys to back me up and play my songs that I pick out. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, go!
Thank you very much. So, Antigua Blues, the Lou Walters Herba Bueno Jazz Bands. Now this is a little newer, circa 1950s, but it fits the genre. All right. have a very special guest that's going to join us and is being resurrected and bringing his bear. Let me think what else I can tell you about this illustrious guest. My papers didn't fly away. Aha! So this is a 1925 song by Ben Burney, and it was a jazz standard composed then, and he came up with the concept of the song's lyric, although not a credited lyricist, after meeting Dr. George Thaddeus Brown in New York City. So Dr. Brown was a longtime member of the Georgia House of Representatives and told Burney about his daughter, Georgia Brown. And Georgia Brown was, let's see, here it is. And how, after her birth in 1911, the Georgia General Assembly had issued a declaration that she was to be named Georgia. So because of this man's daughter, they have the state of Georgia. And in 1952, the song was adopted as the theme song of the Harlem Globetrotters. How many of you guys remember those? I think I had a poster of them out there on my wall. Anyway, it was not quite a life-size poster, but it was pretty impressive. Although recorded by a number of performers through the years, we have a polar bear arriving along with, don't look behind the curtain. Are you ready? Oh, starts the song. Okay, here we go. Sweet Georgia Brown. Oh, yes, we are taking those two out. Yes. It's, do not play G or H. We go from F to I. A little technical clarification here. Okay. Sweet Georgia Brown, featuring an illustrious special guest. We have, okay, you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There he is, everybody. Hey, Liz. Woo. The king. very much. That's what we have for you. It is 8:57. I turn you over now to the Fairhaven Association for your featured movie tonight, Black Panther. There you go. Thank you very much for K-Cats. Come see us next weekend or wherever. Find us on Facebook. I've got business cards up here. Thanks for hanging out.